Well, BHP UK, and we're absolutely privileged to be joined by Jake at JBL again, and he's back on the scene with an MT09, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit more about it.
We're down at BHP today, reason being, I bought this 2018 MT09 and it's got a full Decat Akrapovic Racing Line exhaust on it. As I mentioned before, I've had a 18 plate Yamaha before and the fueling on that one was horrendous. I've jumped on this one and it seems to be okay through the throttle and feel around the roads. So basically we're down here today at BHP to get the answer, is the MT09 being remapped?
Well, let's run it up on the dyno. We've got lots of data from stock MT09. We'll run it up on the dyno, see what power it's making, see what the fueling's doing. We'll do the full set of runs, 50, 75 and 100% accelerator openings. We'll do them in mode A, so it gives us good comparability with other bikes. Yeah, we tend to run all the Yamahas in mode A when they're here. It means we can compare them for situations like this. We'll see what it's doing. As you quite rightly pointed out, we can run it in 5th and 6th, see if the limiters have been removed. So we'll do that, see what it's doing, and then we'll make a decision as to whether it's been mapped or not. So you feel that it's not quite as it should be, but it's not quite also as a standard. It doesn't feel like a standard bike.
It more feels to me, because I've only ridden 2 of this exact model, it just feels smoother in that top mode than it did with the stock exhaust. It was basically unrideable with the stock can, and that's rideable in A mode.
Okay, so let's see what it's like, and then we'll get it. If it's not mapped, we'll put a map on it.
Yep.
And see what the difference is, and if it is mapped, happy day.
Let's go. Nearly, Matt. Come on, put it there.
Right, so that is a stock bike. Yours is a blue one compared to a stock bike that we've had in before.
What bike we're peeling over?
Fueling is about the same, right?
So it's not a big touch really,
I don't know. I don't think so. 40. Yours is a touch richer higher up in the throttle positions. But where it isn't richer is the bottom end where you want it.
I remember last time you were saying with that bottom graph you want it as close to that line as possible.
Or thereabouts, yeah.
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 Has it got the restrictor still on it in 5th and 6th?
They do have a restrictor. Oh, actually, let's check that out.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to ask you, because that's how you can usually tell with these if you've been on it, because they just take them straight off.
It's a speed limiter, isn't it? It comes in.
Yeah, it's just they don't let you hit the limiter in 6th or 5th, I don't think. I don't know.
So that's the runs done on your bike. It isn't actually mapped at the moment.
That was a big shock to me, to be fair, that.
Yeah.
From how it felt on the road, big shock. I was expecting it to have been mapped, but like you said, poorly mapped. It just, I can't believe it's not mapped for how it felt. So
Right,
if we remap it, it must feel awesome.
I mean, we can tell it's not mapped because at 25% accelerator position, it's just running stock, as it were.
Yeah.
You've got a massive lean spot up to about 7,000 RPM. The fueling looks stock everywhere else. And of course, it's still limited in the powering.
That was the main one, wasn't it? Is it a speed limiter?
It's actually a speed limiter, yes.
Speed limiter.
Yeah.
Why do they do that on such a capable bike?
It just stops you getting over whatever the speed limit is, I can't remember off the top of my head now.
But it doesn't, that's what I mean, it does, but it doesn't limit you at 70, does it? It limits you at, like, what speed does it limit you at?
Something.
150, yeah, exactly, you know what I mean? Let's stop him from doing 150 by letting him do 140.
But yeah, it's in 5th and 6th you hit the speed limiter before you hit the rev limiter, which is why it dies off at that point.
So it's not an engine saving?
No.
Right, it's just purely a safety thing?
It's just a speed limiter.
Wow, yeah.
I know the guys are already writing the map as we speak. I'll let them finish the map off. We'll get it back on the bike, and then we'll run it up again, see what difference it actually made.
Awesome, look forward to it.
Right, so bike's done. We've got the fueling right exactly where we want it at every point in the throttle curve and in the RPM range. We've removed the speed limiter, we've removed some of the restrictions on the throttle, and we've tweaked everything else that needs tweaking on it.
Perfect.
So we'll get it off the dyno, and you can go out and have a ride on it and let us know what you think.
Carl and the guys have done the 790 I had. I think even I can remember the figures on that. I think it were 97 to 105, I think you got onto that. And that felt totally different.
They're restricted to the factory.
Are they restricted as well? Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. But
yeah, I think we've gone from 114 to 118.
Yeah.
Well, just short of 119. So a usable gain of 5 brake horsepower.
But we're saying a lot of it was that low end.
The low end stuff is the fueling at the bottom end is really what's going to be tangible. And
which is where you use it on the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
90% of the time. So
right, let's get it off. Let's get you up the road.
Let's do it.
Keep us posted.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you again, Jake.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you. Right, folks. Well, that is us wrapped up at BHPUK. A big thank you to Carl, Dave, Luigi, and the team for inviting me down and having a little look at this. Beautiful MT09. I'm sure on if you head over to BHP's YouTube channel, you will see the more in-depth stuff about the bike and the sensors and all the really smart people jargon that I try my best to understand, but I really can't do it. Well, it's been a couple days since we got the remap done at BHP. Yoo-hoo! It's been a couple of days since we got the remap done. It is Friday now. We got the remap done on Monday. And yeah, the reason I'm sort of filming this little segment here is on the way out of BHP I had some camera issues. I kind of forgot to make this camera back to ultra wide. From the guy who's just made a How to Motovlog series, I told you I still make mistakes. Anyway, by the time you see this video, their video will already be live, so I'll leave a video to their channel as well in the description below, so go check out their longer version rendition, and they might have a little bit of a podcast segment we filmed as well. So I'm basically now just out on a little ride because it's been raining all week and I haven't really had time or chance to test the map. They messaged me when I got home, but I had to take the motorway home, so I never got to really take it on some nice roads. Today is not the greatest of days. It's, I don't know, 9 degrees, overcast, a typical British day. But the roads are dry, the salt's disappeared, and I thought now is the time to have a little play around with the Remapped 09. Oh, there's just definitely a difference. Just how connected you feel to the throttle, man. So this segment of the video isn't going to be a sort of a review or how does it feel different. I think what I'm going to do is get a couple hundred, maybe to 1,000 miles under my belt, really, with the bike being different, and make a separate video talking about that, talking about the economy, the throttle feel, the different riding conditions and stuff. Already, I can feel a difference. There is a big difference, but I won't mention it in this video. But yeah, I'm just heading up to some old local roads. They're not local anymore. Where I used to do a lot of like the pure sound videos and a little bit of a stretch where it's quite quiet. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you to the team again, and thank you very much for watching. Just enjoy some nice MT09 sounds on some twisty roads. Enjoy.